This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Temple Owls, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cowboys will kick it away to start. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Wants to throw. It's Simon. Quick spin on the run. It's a fumble. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down.
Well, the running back really lucky he jumped on his own fumble right there, and he's going to have to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure on the ball and with ball security, because you put it on the ground, you find yourself on the sideline in this offense.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Not even 2 minutes in, and they're already in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Oh, got some room into the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They've made 3rd down offense it's a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Scanning the field, it's Flores. Grab near the marker, it's Freeman. Turns it on midfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Here we go. To the air on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Skips away from pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. And that last incompletion leaves his offense facing a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going for the big play. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Off play action on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Snagged in the middle. It's Irvin.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Simon. And the defense got him at the 27. The free safety timed his rush perfectly on the blitz, and they come up with the sack.
Yeah, and the free safety usually stays deep. He plays coverage, plays in the middle of the field, but they spin him down, bring him in the blitz. You could tell, caught the offense off guard, and he gets the quarterback and gets the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 1st down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
It's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Davis. Right down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the reasons forces this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Simon. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds a man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Temple lines up quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Caught near the sticks. It's Irvin. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. To the air, it's Simon. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down.
Well, this offense is giving a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because first and second down was ugly. But they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Snagged out of the air. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They'll run play action. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. Rush is on him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
That is no good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There's some intensity on that one. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to throw. It's Flores. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And the Cowboys come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Here we go. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. From the gun, running back gets to give. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Takes the easy one to the back. Oh, what a move. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Makes the grab. It's Chase. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see?
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, man, how about that? You get your first carry. You're so excited, trying to make a difference, trying to make a play, trying to prove yourself, and you coughed it up. That's not a good start. First carry to fumble it, give it to the other team.
Made a defender miss. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Cowboys have taken it inside the 20. They'll try the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Flores. Going for 6. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, the quarterback had the look he wanted. He had his big fella down here in the red zone. That's supposed to be an easy pitch and catch, but his buddy puts it on the floor.
Not in step there with the receiver.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The quick out. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Temple lining up to punt it away. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start turning it on. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now he's going to break the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Got his man downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space.
And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
And what a throw to get it in there. They've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. And the Cowboys had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Off the play fake on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Might be calling a hot route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Simon. He'll take a deep shot here. Snatches it on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Temple.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. He lobs one high down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Temple will try to boot this one deep to get the second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we... There he goes! And the explosiveness, the big gator gets it to the 49-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosion.
Breaks free! He's at the touchdown, Cowboys! And the pummeling has started.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
To the air, it's Simon. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on second down. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and then better.
Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on in.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Temple lines up quickly.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch guys.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need...
Throws toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be.
Breaks into the open. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Owls didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Firing to the right, complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Wide receiver going in motion. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Scores on a sneak.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Grabbed over the middle. It's 4. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking.
Now on 1st down from the 28. Caught in the backfield. It's Freeman. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The Cowboys have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Fit it in the window for the score. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Simon. Finds his tight end. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot, you work in the middle of the field, and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Chase. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, the defense knew coming into this game that this offense was going to try and throw it down the middle of the field, so they knew that they were going to have to break on passes but also be really physical, tackle the catch, and knock the ball away, and they were able to do that there.
He'll take a shot. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. Looking to throw, it's Simon. Makes the catch, it's Chase. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. The defense
Hello, I'm Desmond Howard, and welcome to College Football.